Well, October's coming to an end, so we're going to do our October update for the Seal of Orichalcos. Now, there's 14 in the side because Triff's card is missing. I'm going to find out, taking his soul, the Pendulum Gods didn't like that, so now our boy has a new soul in the form of pendulums. True lore for this video. So the entire deck is now Highlander, which is pretty cool in terms of concepts. There's still a few things I'm worried about. I about got power curve down with this, but we'll see where this goes. I think there's a few things that need to be changed. So, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green. This is very customary. Then we have 1 silver and 1 gold. I approve of these guys. Alright, so there's that. Now, we made a change to Qtora this month. And this is a pretty big one for those of you that remember the original anime. So, we made it so you can only summon it when the Seal of Orichalcos is on the field. Can't be normal summoner set. So that was one big change. We also gave it the claws. Pretty standardly, when it leaves the field, when it's destroyed, you get to summon the Shuneros. Now, change to Shuneros. You have to pay 10,000 life points to summon the serpent when it dies. Basically, we're trying to make it so that summoning the serpent is way harder. Because I just didn't like being able to summon Qtora, go attack, bring out Shuneros, attack, and just end the duel. Like, it's not fun that way. Changes to the arms. The only change here is they can't be used as a material for a link summon. Exceeds, basically, you just can't do anything with them outside of, attack and defend with them. So that was a pretty big change, one I'm okay with. No change to the serpent. Serpent's fair now. Okay? That's fantastic. The seal monsters all got the claws, or there wasn't much of a clause to these things, except for you can only control one of them at a time. There's an issue that came up where we could summon multiples, which is really weird. Next update, this is getting changed to Beast Warrior, because of a little confliction of something else I made. I don't really want to mess around with changing that. So, outside of that, I'm considering taking the floating off of these two. I think the floating is too good, but future testing and inspecting will determine that. Oribo discards and searches for our spell cards. Now, new versions of these. The current update for these will include you can only activate them when the Seal of Orichalcos is on the field. We actually had an issue that came. So this is interesting because in original design, these are malefics and they can't actually exist without a field spell. And we had a game where I just got the seal negated, and I'm like, wow, this is the first time ever. Because my opponent activated a field spell, I was able to activate these and still continue to play the game. So, the current text on this can only be activated when the Seal of Orichalcos is on the field. So, we did it. Fixed that error. And of course, you can only activate one of them per turn, which is a very nice errata. I like that a lot, but the monsters still feel very weird. 1 Gigas for another level 4. With the current way that the deck is designed, level 4s are going to be your main search engine. 1 Synthesis 32, I love this card. I think this is one of my favorite cards I've actually got designed. 1 Malevolence, current text. Special summon it when Seal of Orichalcos is on the field. Then I can change a defense position monster to attack mode to draw a card that my opponent controls. This card is actually nuts. I don't know if it should have the discard clause on it, or the special switch clause, but we wanted an extender, and this was fine. 1 copy of Blaster Dark. So, I made this thing in 2012. I found it going through my stuff. says, when the effect monster activates, you contribute this card to negate the effect and destroy that monster. And when this card is in your graveyard, you can remove this card to negate an attack. And then once per duel during your main phase, you can pay 1,000 life points to add a level 4 or lower monster from your deck to your hand. So, this allows you to search for any of your key level 4s. It also doesn't have Orichalcos in the name, so you have to hard draw it for a lot of things. But current me will probably be detouring this card. This card is still nuts, and is still very much sus. On summon, search for all 3 pieces of the Seal of Orichalcos. Now that we're on Highlander status, though, we can only search, well, let's search up to 3. So you just recruit for Tritos and Deuteros. And you're just like, what do you do? Orichalcos Ace Pilot. I'm going to talk more about this later, but this card has the clause, discard card, special summon it. It's a level 1, 100-100. Nothing else to it. Orichalcos Thunder Dragon Colossus. If you use Oribo in your hand, you can special summon it free if not, you can discard a card. This is literally just Thunder Dragon with 1900 defense that your opponent can beat over with no built-in protection, and just stops your opponent from adding cards from the deck to the hand. Probably going to move this to the side. The card is really nice, but it's got issues. One Orichalcos Nezuko. This card is literally Ash Blossom. Copy and pasted. One copy of Hakai Doshi. Also Ash Blossom, but only stops from the opponent adding cards from deck to hand. One copy of Jean the Arc. I've got a couple more things I was messing around with for this. Literally, this card is so bonkers. So cannot be special summoned or set. Must be normal summoned by attributing 3 monsters and banishing your entire graveyard. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. If this card attacks defense of a monster, you get to inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. But the thing we care about here is quick effect. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to destroy a card. One thing I found was I missed a lot of the interaction that we had with the original Spell Speed 4 seal. So we kind of just chalked up into this. Currently sus, testing, give time to see if it works. Escape is still here. We have Seal 1, Seal 2, Seal 3. No changes to these bad boys. Chosen Destiny. Pay 1,000 recruit for any Orichalcos card in your deck. This card is still nuts. One copy of Alice's Sword. One Command Silencer. One copy of Mystic Guillotine. Traps. One copy of Valkyrie Strike. Tribute an Orichalcos monster. Send 2 cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. Very sus at the moment. Still testing. Give time. We'll see. One copy of Imperm. One copy of target opponent's monster. That monster's attack comes 0 permanently and its effects are negated. This card is pretty nuts. One copy of Solemn Warning. And one copy of Torrential Tribute. Literally. So, I also just... What other card suits Solemn Warning than a Magic Breaker? Alright. Extra deck. Orichalcos Berserker. Still the same initial starter. 1,500 attack. Tribute off summon a gadget from the deck. And then you can banish it from the graveyard to activate the seal from the hand or graveyard. Very important. One copy of Shu and Inori. This card is really good. So you can only link summon on the turn that you have a battle phase. Take a monster from your deck, equip it to this card. Another player takes battle damage from battles involving it, and you just literally you equip the Divine Serpent to it, have infinite attack, kill anything. That's it. But your opponent does take damage, so it doesn't matter. One copy of Platinum Gadget. This card's bleh. One Kagatea. This card's finally fair. On link summon, banish one of the link materials used for it, and then set a normal trap card from your deck. And during the end phase, add the material used for this card back to your hand. The one that you banished. One Darts. This card is still pretty okay. We'll see where this goes. One Firewall. Alright, so with the Gundam pilot, or the Ace pilot you saw earlier, we have his Gundam. And I love this. This is so cool. So, basically you just overlay this on top of him. Send this to the graveyard for Berserker. your pilot floats back out. That's literally all this does. And then you can pay half your life to give this 1500 attack. So this will be swinging for 4k over a monster. And then if you see summon this without the pilot, it just comes out in defense mode and cannot attack. So, or activate its effects. So that's something important to know in regards to that. Then we have the Unicorn Gundam. Now, this is sus. It's any warrior monster to make it, and it has a auto rank level up built into it. I love this card. Somebody's gonna be like, what? Why is it dual sided? Nani? I'm not gonna explain what it does. A little bit of mystery. One Dark Gear Gigant. Only detach and searches for level 4 Orichalcos. One Orichalcos Dragon, detach. So it's 2 Orichalcos monsters to make it. Detach both materials, search your deck for any Orichalcos card. Solid fix. 1 Kirito. 1 copy of the Orichalcos Sealed Utopia. Big update to him. Cyber's type now. We literally reworked this whole card. So, you special summon this card by discarding an Orichalcos card after your hand and sending Utopia from your extra deck to the graveyard now. And then once per duel, you can discard a card to draw a card. And then once per duel, you can pay half your life, banish a number 39 monster from your graveyard. This card's attack becomes that attack. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent can discard a spell card to destroy this card. And this card doesn't inflict damage. So, base stat 0/0, level 4 Orichalcos is all I care about. This. So, big change with the seal now being at 1. Dora's Incarnation. So, interesting thing to note about this. First up, this is way harder to do. I can only do it on turn 1 of the duel now if I hard draw the seal. So that's one thing. The summoning conditions on this are harsh now. I haven't changed the card because it's fair. Banishing 10, paying half, drop this on the field is so difficult. There were so many times in actual play that this card just bit me so hard. Like, I lost so many game 1s because of it. And then 1 Incubator, because it's Incubator. Alright, so, fun things. We have 1 Nibiru, aka Unicron. Give your opponent a worthless token. 1 copy of the Black Hole. Susanomon and his summoner. 1 copy of the Midnight Calling. So this got a rework. The only thing we changed on it was the tokens can't be used as like material. Needed to be changed. 1 Mischief. 1 card that searches for Scathe. 1 copy of the Pillager. And then we have 1 copy of MST, and then 1 Twin Twister. Yep, we're that kind of guy now. And then we have 1 Cross Heart, 1 copy of the Magical Trickmere, 1 Prophecy, and this is where I'm putting Tripp's Soul. Dun dun dun. So that's the fun in the hood for this version of the Orichalcos deck. This deck constantly evolving, a lot of fun, and it's my passion. I will say, you know, if you don't have something that keeps your interest in this game, you know, it's really bad. Also, this is one way for me to interact with my subscribers. If you guys ever see me in an event, come play me. Come say hello. I might get this to the point that, if people beat me, I'm just going to give them packs. Seems really fun, actually. So, guys, that's all I got. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of the current iteration of the deck. You guys will catch you on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.